I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is January 27, Tuesday, 2026. Hope you had a good day today. So yesterday, we discussed about going up. I gave two options, either coming really down in this area or just buying from here, which we were in that gap at 50% right there. And we had a little support right there, right? And you can use that as a support block right here. This big one here, big candle. Has a low, it has a high, it has a lower low, and then we bust through it. So we'll use it as a support. So I mentioned it yesterday. No one cares to watch. I'm not gonna care to make the videos, to be honest, but I'm still gonna do this video. So you'll see that I'm looking for a dump pump, right? We've already, look at here. It's kind of ugly right there. The quad is right there. See that level? See those levels? And then there's that little gap above it, on top of it. And then I kind of made this pretty ugly. I fixed it later, but it shouldn't be there, right? But the point of the conversation is, if you look at the 50% of the gap, right? We were already there when we made the video. When I made the video and I said we were gonna just buy up, that's exactly what we did. So we ended up, making another higher low, and then just buy program. See all these candles. This is manipulated, and then I talked about this inefficiency. We want to finish this inefficiency. At this point, I fixed it in the video. If you watch it yesterday, it'll be very clear. I said that this was what's left of the agenda. Plus, we had that pool over there, which they wanted to be assholes today and not hit it. Which fuck them. I made a good decision not to be a part of it. I tried though. I definitely tried. My ego tried, but it's okay because I know how they think, and they're not gonna run me. So very confident in what I do. And as you see here, we make that high right there, right? So that's what yeah. So that was what's left, and we actually come and we almost tick it right there, but we don't hit. Oh, you can see it right here on the 1 hour, on the 1 minute. We don't hit it though, right? So funny, but that's what's still left in the agenda. Very clear, light purple. So what am I looking for? Dump pump. So I know that we're gonna sell off first. Here's the opening range gap. Look at just so you know. I mean, I know some of y'all are just like, he wins every day. Okay, I take losses damn near every day. Also, when I try to catch some of these trades. For example, this trade, when the price was pushing down here, all right, we had to push up and we had to push down. This was a bull face candle, and I pushed it sell because of momentum, right? Because I know where we're going. We're going. Well, I talk about it every day almost, but this is a breakout level right here. That's the previous day's high. Look how we bust right through that, right? Look at the top level of the imbalance. So I'm circling what here? I'm circling the imbalance. I'm circling, I'm sorry, did I say imbalance? I'm circling the fucking 25% level, which that's the high. Remember, there's a little gap that's right here. It's not, okay, I hope that makes sense, man. Okay, because that's not, all right, anyways. And then the 50% right there. So I'm targeting that. But I took a loss here. And they were bogus. They knew what they were doing. So when the price is coming down and it's bull face, I push it. I took a sell. I immediately put the stop loss above the high of the candle because it should stay empty if it's a breakaway imbalance and it's going to be strength. What did they do? They wick all the way back up to they stop right here, and I know I'm about to get stopped out. So doesn't mean I have to put my stop here because it's wrong. It's just wrong, right? And sure enough, what they do? They wick me out. I took a loss. I immediately, once I see this wick here and this wick here, for a moment I was like, okay, they're gonna just push through. They didn't hit the 25%. That maybe they were dirty, but no, I knew we were still coming lower. So because they're not gonna let you get on that ride that easy. So sure enough, I get this pin bar or hammer or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't give a fuck what you call it, to be honest with you. Definitely sign of weakness here, and immediately pushing sell when that candle closes. This wicks above that little gap right there. And you can see that gap's in the background. And then just start shooting down, right? Where are we going? To my specific level that I'm looking for. This is algorithmic. Right to that 50%. I tried to smash it as soon as it got there and it ticked the 50%. Because I wanted to see if it was going to just maybe roll over and seal it. I don't know if it's going to come to the 25% or, I doubt this low either. But, and then I tried to jam it and then, fucking got stopped out, right? Oh, look what I do next. So this isn't fake. I got a circle there. I hit it. I got stopped out right there. This candle gets a bullish candle. And if it closes bullish, I'm most likely going to buy. I'm in an oversold V-shaped scenario, right? We've already hit this perfectly at 50%. We hit this breakout area, and plus, the liquidity here. There's no wick on this candle here, on this 15-minute. I'm not even going to go in that detail. But when this is a bullish imbalance, and this candle right here, what it'll do, this is an entry method. So it'll wick below. It'll take some of that body out just in case somebody pushed buy here. And then it wicks and then it pops up and then it hits past the open of that down candle and then it comes right back in. All right, that's to let you know that buy program is going to kick in. It has to not break that low of that candle. Period. No questions asked. What does it do? It comes inside the body, closes. I am immediately pushing buy. Period. What happens? This next one even gaps. Ticks the open, shoots off. Now, this is an entry method. This is an inversion. I did not draw this, obviously, on the bearish side. But I drew the bullish imbalance. Okay? So, bullish imbalance, we pop up where? Right to that 930. Not 930, I'm sorry. That was 930, 931, 932, 933. So I'm using the 933 candle as the first imbalance. You're going to say, well, what about the 931? Yes, technically that's true, and it has a bullish imbalance. A, there's not enough meat on it, and B, this was a lot more prominent. So I'm using this one. There's no really wrong way to do this at this point, but whatever. So anyways, look at it. They shoot right to the 930. Come right back inside here. You're on the top 25 quadrant. You're on top of the gap again. This other gap. There's a gap right here, just like this. All right. There's a gap right there, and then there's a gap right, as you know, that big one. Just happens to be fucking on top of each other. Okay. Okay. Cool. And the top 25%, and then we're wicking and perfect. No bodies in there. That's what you want to see. If I have drawn this bearish one, you would see it perfectly work out where we tap it. I don't need it. I didn't need it. I don't need it. Okay. Anyways, and where am I going with this target? As you can see, I got my targets here. This is very clear. This is very clear. Okay. Okay. So what's this right here? Obviously, that's that high. That's pre-New York, right? Okay. And I want to get in here, right? So I'm squeezing up. I don't care because I'm going to get back in. Squeezing up. Oh, before we get there, these two down candles, very clear. I'm using it as an order block. You can see it as a demand block. You can see the imbalance inside it. Inside it. Wicks. Boom. I got it drawn. Okay, it's still on my chart. Boom, wicks, shoots up. Beautiful. It's the fucking shit you want to see. I had no expectations today. I really didn't. But what I did is I kept it simple and I just followed my fucking regular flow, which was a dump and a pump. Retracing back into the opening range gap, taking out some easy buyers and breakout level, and then going for the new high. Into the efficiency that I have been talking about for a very long. I've been talking about it, I believe, since down here. I believe. Yeah. I mean, whatever. So then what I do? Very clear what I'm doing. Now, just so you know, I took a loss on this trade when I sold it. Okay, just so you know that I don't. He wins every day, right? I'm like, how does he show these trades every day? Well, first of all, they're not photoshopped. We know that. This is my chart, right? And this is fucking time on the clock. I mean, you can't make this shit up. You just can't. There's just no way. Number two, I take losses. Okay? And then, obviously, you don't want to go like on a tilt situation where you're constantly trying to overtrade, which almost happened today. But let's keep going. But I follow the flow. Okay? Because if I'm wrong, and when I take a loss and I'm wrong, that means it's going the other way. Okay, let's be very clear about that. Anyway, you saw me just got out right here, right? What did it do? Here. What is this candle? 955. See how we just first come in with that candle? That's this candle right here. Okay? Then I mark this imbalance right here. I'm marking imbalance. There's an imbalance right here, right? And we dig into it. I actually pushed buy here. Why? Because I thought I was going to just run, right? And guess what it did? And just to show you, they know I'm on their fucking ass. I'm going to keep it very cool. They know I'm on their ass, baby. Because there's a lot of good traders, period now. Period. Pushes back, slams me down, and takes me out. Cool. Okay, bitch. So here's another imbalance. All right. That's a suspension block. It's a higher probability. Why was this a bad idea? Because I'm in a premium when I'm buying it. Number one. Okay, cool. I fucking made a mistake. Guess what? I'm human. All right. If you're missing out, fucking, thirsty, whatever. All right. I've already got plenty. I took the sell here and I took the buy here. I've got plenty of money sitting where I can lose. I'm not worried about that type of shit. As long as you don't go on tilt. That's the main point. Anyways, it slams right down where I got the imbalance right here. It doesn't go to this area. It doesn't need to. It's in the top quadrant. In the top quadrant on purpose. That means it's strong. Same idea. So you see this entry method, how I entered right here? And it comes. This is the same idea here. Except that it did not go outside. I did not wait for it to go outside of the open, then pull back in, which what this is. Okay, same idea. But this is the same idea without that, okay? And then bearish imbalance here. You see me drawing it, and we're going to use this later too. Then so same candle, okay? This pushes it. I'm already in, pushes up. All right, retraces back. I have to allow it. It's a higher low. This is a down candle. This candle I expect to stay strong. Watch this. I could make this long video forever. Pulls back into a deep discount. I have the bearish imbalance there. Okay. My target is still the same here, by the way. It's still the same. Dips into that bullish imbalance. That's a real deep discount, right? You could put that at 79 on the fib if you did a fib here, right? And then look at the body sitting inside that top half. Yeah, that one comes out a little bit below, but then we tick it. So X marks the spot here is what I'm sharing with you. And then I'm going to my target where. Now let's take a look here. I made it very simple. I added more to this, by the way, because I thought I was going to end up hitting this fucking level, which doesn't look like we're about to do that today. But trailing starts here at inefficiency. Very clear. Right? What's the high of that? That's the high. That's the high of that gap that we talked about. Okay. Dump, pump, profile. Dump, pump. I sold it, then I bought it. Very simple. Very simple. Buys from opening range gap 50, high of gap. All right. So we have, I told you about that. 50. I mean, I was going to type in this earlier, but I just didn't care to. But now, I was getting fancy and shit. I wanted to do it. But that's right there, very clear. All right, and then one standard deviation, Asia and projection. So if you look at the Asia, one standard deviation is right there, right, for the Asia session, right? From the Asia session, and then the projection. Oh, now I have these consecutive down candles. Very clear, right? Where's -1? Right there. So you got the one standard deviation, Asia, and projection. That's the -1. That's the one I'm talking about, plus that Asia. So they're coupled. So I'm waiting to get to this area. But the algorithmic agenda is to come outside this gap. Period. Look when I take the picture. Do you notice how we fucking go a hair above it? You can't make this shit up. A hair above it. It goes above it. I'm squeezing. Right? Because I already had to deal with this shit. Right? I was like, fuck that. So it's like buy one. So this is buy one, buy two, and then buy three is what I'm looking at it like. So I caught buy one and I bought and held for two and three, right? So you could have done both, right? But I usually don't count this first one as the three. I usually, once I take that buy, then the real three begins. The real three drives even. So one, two, pull back, and then three. And that's the general system. It doesn't mean it's gonna happen every fucking time, but I'm just talking, right? Okay, cool. So now guess what? These motherfuckers. So look at these bitch ass niggas. So look, take a look. Right here. You see me get out right here. It retraces back. Take a look. Take a look. Oh, and by the way, now I fixed the gap. Because here I was showing you what was remaining to get sealed. But it was a gap and I'm going to quad it. But I didn't want to have it all on the chart because it would have been fucking messy. So now, hopefully this makes sense for you. Now I'm explaining it to you. Now this is the actual size of the gap back. And then I have it quadded. Okay, so it looks different. All right, remember so basically I did this. Oh my God. I don't even know why I have to do that. I don't have to do that. Fuck it. So this is the real size of it. Going back to the real size of it. That's when I got out right there. And then now you can see the quads. Now, before I even continue, dude, I'm letting you know, I'm giving you free game for life. I mean, nobody could say that I didn't teach for free. I don't care about your motherfucking trying to come in a Discord or nothing like. Trust me, I ain't selling that shit. That's just for one-on-one motherfuckers, and I'm not dealing with it. So I like my life. So here you come back. That 50%, here's 50% of that gap, right? Quadded. Now, what's it called? See these down candles? Notice how they start on that lower quadrant, which is right there, that wick. It's almost 50%. Okay, next thing I'm going to say. Look at this 50%. There's an imbalance here. I could have moved it to here. Oh my God. I want to make videos short, but if you want me to teach you like this I'll give you the real full game. So this is an imbalance here. I just moved it, right? And notice how we didn't take the middle candle of that imbalance. So, but it generally dipped into more of a discount underneath the 50%. Notice that. So this was fine too, just so you know. But what's the point of me saying this? Is that can't, it's a high probability imbalance because it's on the quad. It's on the quad. That's algorithmic. That, my friend, is the X-ray blueprint view or schematic of the algorithm. If I had nothing on the chart, I could have just bought it as a higher low. Fine. Go back test, buddy. So, if you're new, by the way. And then pushes up here. And we talked about that, retracing. Look at this candle now. This 10:07 a.m. Eastern time. See this candle? I'm highlighting it right there. See that? I got it dragged all the way fucking out. Remember I had to let it retrace here. That candle is also sitting on that 50%. Then when we pop up, we come back. So it hits there. Then look at this one. Look at this. I actually take this trade here. So now look at this candle, this 1034. It's on the gap. Okay? Retraces right back. Look at the 25%. Now I got it staggered, by the way, just so you know. Okay, so I don't have it all the way out. I just have it like this so it can kind of be a little clear. But so you can see that the quad levels are still there. I mean, it's still there in the background. And you're going to see how we use it. So just so it doesn't get messy here. And then Forgot about the midnight level too, by the way. So midnight level, above it, and then whatever. So look at this. Then it buys. I end up taking this buy. Now here. So I took a loss here selling. No loss buying this. Okay. I took a loss when I tried to buy this here. I took a loss right there. It came into here. Right. This is what people don't share with you or tell you. But I say this all the time. Okay. And then guess what? When the price was in here in this imbalance, I'm highlighting it, this 1009. We're digging in it, wicks. And I took this buy. Same idea like this. Thirsty, just undisciplined, but looking for, I should have waited for more of a discount. And then they took me out. I took a loss again on what's it called? Wait. No, not here. Here. Right? Yeah. No, I didn't take a loss here. Took a loss, where is it? Okay, so loss here, bought here, held it through this, and then it came up, got out. Okay, cool. Then, this popped down right here. Took a miniature loss here actually, because I let it hit this breakout level, and then this candle, I was thirsty and it turned into a hammer right there. It's this 1051, right? And then we tapped this imbalance, right? And then it rolled right through, boom, this 1052. So I got stopped out. Then we're tagging the 25%. Then I get entered here again. Where'd I take this? I wanted to take it for the fucking high, right? This is that green level. Obviously, you know what I'm talking about, right? It's that pool. This is, you're talking about December's high. Remember that fucking pool there? Very clear. I'm not, that's, you can't miss that, right? That's what we're talking about with the green line. Okay, cool. So I took the buy here. Okay. I took the buy here and I didn't squeeze out. Okay. This is me like doing something else. I'm just like, oh yeah, it's just going to go right to it. It didn't go to it, obviously. And then I got stopped out on profit. Okay. Then this rated, came to this down candle, back inside this inversion, and then I took this buy. Okay? Took this buy and I got stopped out. Okay? Stopped out. Took another loss, right? But obviously I didn't have my stop loss down here. My stop loss is below the lows here. So, if it's not working, it's done. I'm out. That's just the way I do things. So I took another loss, right? And at this point, I'm married, and my ego is like, "Yo, man, I'm going for this. I don't give a shit." Right now, they're doing it now. These fucking little bitches. Point is, you hear me wheezing? It's crazy. So the point of the conversation is that I'm married to buying this, okay? Because I know we're coming here. Okay, cool. So I get stopped out. Then these bastards come again, right? They come here. So I was using this down candle. That's why I have this blue line here. And yes, we wicked out of it, but we still kind of like used it. But on a 5 minute, you'll see it on a 5 minute. It's a little bit better. Look at these assholes now doing it. Unbelievable. Yeah, okay, bitch. Yeah, buyers and sellers fucking waited all fucking day. This is called time distortion, by the way, to make people impatient and someone like me get pissed off. And they're doing it now. They had the whole intention of doing it the whole day. But guess what? I said, fuck off. I said, because I got enough money out of you bitch ass niggas. Pussies. Yeah, I talk. Yeah, you're probably like, why do you sound like that, bro? If you know the story of what I know about these people who run this world, yeah, you would be pissed off too. Anyways, that 5, it really, it should be this, because we're pretty much digging in to that last down candle, but then I'm going to go take it a step farther and then show you the wick itself. And then we're digging into that. Notice how we don't take out that low. I mean, it's by a hair. It's probably the same equal level, but that's whatever. Look at these bitches now. Oh my God. And I was like, yo, keep going. I'll show you what I did. So anyways, we dig right back in to, let me get this. Let me get out of this. Yeah, so if you looked at it, cause I looked at that body right there, but if you looked at this whole wick of this down candle, since it's the lowest level, then you're going to go with the wick. Usually you go with the body, but in this case, we're going to go with the wick. That's a little TMI. But the point of what I'm saying is that I'm also dragging out that imbalance right there, right? And you can see we're X marks the spot again, right? So they're like, dude, they're really trying to squeeze people out, right? As they did there. And then look at the bodies sitting above the upper half here. So I take this buy. And now, because I've been waiting for lunch, I'm like, dude, this bullshit keeps happening here. And I waited to take the trade to then go on lunch. So I went on lunch. So then we pop up here and we go right to that quadrant. Look at the top of the gap. Look how we're banging on it, right? So how I did this is this. I took the buy here, and now I'm on lunch, so I'm trading off the phone. We push up here, right? And as we're pushing up, I'm trailing it. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care if it goes or not. I need to take the profit. I want to kind of absorb some of the losses I took and what all that shit, right? Boom, it comes and smacks me. So now I'm on the phone. I use this inversion right here, which is this 1253. And then I have this. This is a 15-minute imbalance. You see over here? This is a 15-minute imbalance right here. So there's a 50, which is the 115. Okay? So there's a 15-minute imbalance in here. We dig right there. I take the buy again. We push up right to the tick of that gap. We come right back in. Fucking boom. I'm holding still. So I took the profit. I can't show you the picture because I was on my phone and I was eating and I don't give a fuck. So that's why you don't see it. But I took this buy here. Got out. Got on it. Got squeezed out. Got in again. Playing around. Comes deep. All right. Fucking get wicked out even. All right. I let it wick me out and it's tagging the 50%. Look how it's tagging it. Tagging it. And then I get back in. Keep in mind, I'm fucking chilling at this point. And then look how they're avoiding, trying to get up there, and then they're making the higher lows so tight, right? Because they know everybody and their mom is trying to buy to that liquidity pool. They know it. They know we know. This is time distortion. This is instead of just going straight the fuck up, let's go sideways for fucking hours. That's exactly what they did, right? I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with it, but it's what it is. I am okay with it. So anyways, pulls back here. All right. And I'm just like, okay, you guys can fuck off. Right. So anyways, I'm still holding and it's still holding. Then we get to here. All right. And then I'm like, all right, watch them fucking shake it back on me. Sure enough, they did. I got out like right here. I didn't even take the picture. I was like, fuck you guys. Suck a dick. Literally. And sure enough, it was the good decision because guess what? They pulled it all the way back. Where? Back to that top quadrant. Right there. Look at that. You can't make that shit up, dude. It's on the chart. Now I'm going to move this. So it looks, that's the gap. All right. So this is just induced liquidity. And usually it will just go. It'll birdie up. But like I said, they know we know. And this is and more stuff that I added. But the issue with today is that tomorrow is Fed rates. So it ended up being a small range day. Now that was the problem. And that's what is the problem now. If you look at the low, it's 840. Where is it? I'm sorry, down here. 840. We're just gonna round it up to 840 number. Okay, cool. This is what I added here. So lower day is 840. Average daily range is 427 points. So 25,140 would be 300 points low fruit. Meaning, if I add 300 points from the 840, that would be 140. That would be 300 points. Notice the day is over and we didn't even get higher than 114. So here's my calculator. 114 minus, am I doing this right? Minus 840. Oh no, that's not right. Hold on. 840. Oh my God. No, let's do it this way. 160 plus, what did I say this is? 115? All right, so there's 275 points that we have reached in the day. We haven't even hit the 300 points. So that's why I thought, oh, it would, be a low hanging fruit, right? Notice how I'm not still trying to fucking get it. They can suck a dick. I know what they're doing. They're doing this on purpose. It's like it'll happen after in Asia. It'll happen tomorrow. Whatever. They're saving it for tomorrow, building more liquidity. It's just stupid because everyone thinks it's resistance. Blah blah blah. All right, and then 25,130 is old breakout level from 10:30.25. 10:30.25. 10:30.25. Watch this. I'm trying to show you something, man. 10:30.25. This guy right here. Notice how, remember, in October, 10:30, this is right here. This guy right here. The swing right here. Remember, we broke through, and then we were using that as resistance. Right? And we're knocking on it. So that's the level I'm talking about. When it broke through, that's resistance, right? And then remember, we were selling from that shit there. And then over here, remember we were selling from it too. That's that liquidity pool. Look to your left, look to your left, look to your left, look to your left, look to your left. See that? So that level, I know they're going to reference that level once they sweep this level. Okay, well, you're going to end up seeing it whenever it happens, so. Yeah, this is all for free too, buddy. My price is definitely going up. So, that's that level. And then 25,156 is old liquidity above that. What was I talking about? They're such dicks. They could have just did it today. It's like, come on, bro. Right here. So, that's that breakout level. And then, but look right above that. What's the high here? 155. That's what I thought it was 156. I must have marked it wrong then. Okay, well that's that liquidity here. See this pool here? Once we go up above that pool, there's those highs. So I know once we're past 130 here, we're gonna go to the 155 because the breakout people, So that's what that is, by the way. I mean, it's TMI. It's a little bit. I'm just being a little perfectionist and technical. So, here. And that's it. And they still pulled it up. So here's the 5. Here's the where's the 350? They pulled it. So notice you don't see that gap right there. You don't see how we're dancing around that high at that. And when you look at it, you're like, dude, it's just sitting inside that level, right? And you got the wicks right there, a rejection wick there, and blah 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 blah. But anyways, bullish, right? We were right about that, following the seasonal data. And yesterday, I literally said that we would just probably buy from right here to right here, and we did this. We did all of this. But if I was to draw it, it would be a higher low to a higher high to a higher low to another higher high, and we're stuck right here. Right? Can't make that up, right? All right, I'm done. I know. I tooted my horn a little too much here. How long is this? Yeah, I don't know what to do here, man. Maybe you guys are not interested. No one's making money. I don't know. Not many people can do this job. I don't know. Whatever it is. And then VIX, they were coming down while we were pushing up. I don't want to get into more of that. Dollar, just ridiculous, dude. Pfft, ran right through. Look at this. Really sick, bro. That's pretty sad. But God, look at that pool even. Well, this means that there might be them getting away from the dollar, using Bitcoin, using all this other bullshit. Another excuse for us to make new highs and make a lot of money in stocks and every other asset with, So that just explains that, I guess. We had a higher low here initially with Dow, and then we pushed up, and then here we had another lower low with Dow. We had higher lows, so we continued up. I was buying up. Lower highs here. I didn't sell, and I thought about selling this because why? It was London close. So and I took that profit of that trade here. I didn't give a fuck because I knew it was no, not right here. Here. and I took it. So London close was kind of coming, right? So yeah, I like I said, I make mistakes trying to catch, these pullbacks into like imbalances like this. And hey, I'm not scared to take the shot. You know what I'm saying? So, but if it's not doing that, then okay, stop. Well, I still went. Why? Because I knew it was gonna come up higher, and guess what? It did come up higher, right? And it's still gonna fucking probably come up higher. But you got to know when to stop, right? And then this video's fire, bro. It's crazy. And then up here. So, anyways, it was London close here. Saw a lower high here with Nas, and we had higher highs here. Sure enough, we sold back. Why? Because now London close and lunch is going to hunt for liquidity, and that's basically what all this here is, and time distortion. And that's it, man. There's nothing else I could say. Dow obviously coming deeper. Why would you want to trade them? Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. What fucking direction is it going, bro? It's going up. It's going down. It's going up. It's going down. It's going up. It's going down. Why? Why do you want to be a part of this? Why? Unless you're really clear about after it takes liquidity, like it sweeps there, you get this boner candle, it wants to come and squeeze people here. That's a good trade. Okay, we came up here, we squeeze everybody to the left, but you want to naturally be bullish, comes all the way back down, unless you understand that, okay, we want to come underneath here at least, so you start to sell some of these up candles. Okay, fine, right? But I mean, it's like, why? Why? While we're going up and we're having a nice, easy fucking day, this shit is coming down. And you're probably like, dude, when I stopped trading Dow, I was like, after like this third or fourth drive right here, I was like, fuck you. I remember the day clearly. It was a day like this where I was trying to buy because I knew we were going up. And it was like 1 drive, 2 drives, 3 drives, 4, 5. And it was just like constantly. And I was like, dude, fuck off. Right? And then took off by the time I was already depleted mentally and capital wise. I was like, fuck you. Right? And then it took off. And I was like, yeah, never trading Dow again. And that's how I know about manipulation so well, because I traded Dow first. Anyways, so here's S&P continuing higher here, and we're bullish. I mean, there's just no fucking way you can deny that. And then here, look at them playing up, down, for plenty of minutes. Then they sweep. They don't hit the 50, but it's in the area. And if you understand the general logic, it's that breakout area with that boner candle, boom, and we come back to get that, right? Doesn't hit the 50, but the general gist is that it's down here. Then you get this big strong candle. Okay, cool. You can maybe enter in some of these, but look at the difference. So anyone trying to fucking tell me, you're trying to tell me that this is not cleaner? You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. Okay, they fucked me on that wick, and then we shot down. But after that, it was smooth sailing. Sold it down into here. Look. You can't make this shit up. So yeah, that was bogus. Okay, fine, but that was the only problem. Then it moved down, right to where I said it was going to go. And after that, I just take it right back up. And look at this flow here going up. That's easy, bro. I don't care what anybody says. I can go pull up gold and silver, and they're still not as clean. Nas is the cleanest thing on earth. Fuck off. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, and be done. That's why we say be done by London. I still wanted to try to get that level, but okay. And then it gets a little fucking nasty here, small candles, and doesn't really go anywhere. And then okay, cool, but that's the point, man. Look what the price is just sitting on that top of the gap. Okay, anyways, and then we get a nice push up here. So this is like a 1 minute candle. You expect expansion here. So there's nothing else to say there. I don't even need to draw it, and because I don't care what FOMC does, but I can tell you right now, if it holds this price, then we're pushing up. And if it comes below this area, then we're bearish. So if I was to like really be very lame and simple about drawing this, let me look at the seasonal data too. It's the end of the month too, man. So I'm gonna just be real with you. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if it's bullish or bearish. Well, let me not say it like that, but let's do it like this. I'm gonna even do it on the daily. No, I'll just do it here. No, I'll do it on the daily. So if we're gonna continue with the flow here, then I'm gonna expect something like this. Something like this. All of them, the 5 to 15 year, they all look like this. So either above or below. Be very clear, below or above. I'm just for the sake of what we're doing, I'm just gonna say below. All right. This is now February. We pushed up. Then February kicks in, and then we retrace for the first 10 days. Okay? All right. And then we go back up. Period. They're all saying the same thing. 5, 15 year, and 30 year. The question is does this sell off before it goes above it, or we're just speaking about us? So does it sell from below, or does it go above first? That's really it. You guys take care. God bless.